All right. Perfect. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's call or Zoom call. It's about how to get your first multifamily investment deal, and pretty much gonna share my story and what I have done and where I am today, and just hope that you guys can take some nugget from today's call. So I am first of all, my name is Annabelle Pacheco. I am an investor. I'm a real estate broker. Been in business for about 24 years. And I'm actually part of a global real estate company called EXP Realty. Really, my goal is to share with you guys each week the steps that I took in purchasing my first multifamily deal. I also bring guest speakers from the multifamily space to just share with us, things that they're possibly doing, working on. I have a lot of syndicators that come on and join and actually share opportunities that they're working with, that they're working on right now. They'll share them with our group. And really, it's just so that we can expand our knowledge, become familiar also with the terminologies that are being used in the multifamily space. And I'm really in hopes for you guys to be able to do this. I encourage everyone on this call to participate and ask questions. There's only so much information I can share and I can talk about. And it really makes it nice when you're participating, you're asking questions, or if you're currently experiencing something, you're going through something, this is, a great opportunity to actually be able to share it with others. This is very safe spot, place here. Sorry, let me go back. And I just want you guys to all know that I am not selling anything. I'm not offering anything. I'm not a financial advisor, for sure. I am actually just pretty much sharing what I have done and my story with you guys. A little bit about my background. So I started in the mortgage industry back in the mid-90s. FHA loans, conventional loans, residential loans. That was what I was doing. And at that time, the real estate market was also really, really good. And I purchased probably in a span of about 8 years, about 8 years, about really over 100 properties that we rehabbed, we flipped, many of them we kept, 2 to 4 units we actually kept, managed ourselves for some time, and then again just flipped and did this for many years. 2001 deviated a bit from real estate and opened up, built a 150 capacity restaurant from ground up. We had a staff of about 15 people, including managers, chefs, servers, and just did that for a good 8 years, and extremely happy when I was able to hand over the keys to the new owner. One of the toughest business out there, and I think it's one of the #1 failing business is restaurant. And I'm proud to say that I did not fail at it. We built it up from the ground up, and took us about 8 years to actually get it to a point where we could sell it. And I was able to sell this and move on. And just really took a appreciation to real estate. Even more after running the restaurant. I just went back 100% focused on real estate and have been doing it for now 10, 11 years, representing both clients in both residential and the commercial real estate, and have also been learning about multifamily in the last few years. purchased my first multifamily property, which was 34 doors in Texas in 2015. So it took me a good 5 years to be in a position where I felt that comfortable enough to go out there and look for my own deal, like my own property. I had a mentor at that time. A mentor was out in Texas. And so it did make things a little bit easier for me. I knew he was in Texas. He had done the research and study in the market. And I thought, I'm just going to follow. I'm going to go into Texas and focused Texas, and I would say Dallas area and surrounding areas, and just studied the market and became familiar with just different locations, different rents, just everything. And then it just kind of got to a point, like for me, when we decided to purchase our 34 units, I was at a point where I thought, okay, I'd like to invest my money now and just have that cash flow coming in and create generational wealth. And to be honest with you, multifamily is definitely the way to go. Here are some of the reasons why I invested in multifamily. And I hope that you guys, again, this is for me. Everyone's different, but I think at the end of the day, we all have similar common denominators of why we're purchasing multifamily. Number one was cash flow, right? I really was looking for a property that would just be able to net us or give us that cash flow. And it's really, at the end of the day, it's your rental income minus all of your expenses is what your cash flow is. Number two, it was, your tenants are actually contributing to pay off that loan down. So every month that they're paying the rent, you're actually able to pay down that mortgage. Number three was the appreciation, right? The property appreciates over the long run. And I have to tell you guys that when I purchased back in 2015, the market was doing well, but I wasn't 100% convinced that it was going to appreciate so fast. I thought that it was going to take a longer time because Dallas market was not the same as California market. And I'm from California. And if you're in California, you know that California appreciation is just very strong. So that right there was something that today, and you guys will see in my next example, just was extremely astonishing where we're at today. And it was, I don't know, I like to say it was maybe beginner's luck because this was our first deal. And number four, tax benefits, right? There's the opportunity for depreciation, which honestly allows you to expense a portion of the physical structure each year, and the 1031 exchange, which you can defer the capital gain taxes, and there's no limit to this, and you can do this as many times as you'd like. Now, however, I will tell you guys that I'm currently selling my property and looking to 1031 exchange the proceeds of my property. And right now in this market, it's definitely it's a challenge. So if anyone on this call is in the multifamily space and has any opportunities out there that that would be something to look at, I'd be 100% interested. So let me just kind of briefly walk you through my example. And so we purchased this property for $850,000. Value add multifamily. I'd like to kind of get an idea from this call. Who's familiar with value add? Can you guys at least give me a hands up or a thumbs up, or just kind of want to know? Okay, I see one thumbs up. Anybody else? Two thumbs up. Awesome. All right. So great. Three thumbs up. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. So value add is just in a nutshell. Okay. It's a property that if you, and I put a short description of it there, but it's just a property that if you can improve its, if you can renovate the property and increase the net operating income, which is the rent, the value of your property increases, right? So pretty much kind of, if we want to refer this to as a, let's say, a fixer upper, right? Where you go out there, you find a, let's say, a single family residence that's on the market for 200,000, and you run comps, and that property now, I mean, you know that the condition that they're selling it for 200 because of its condition, and you know that it's probably worth 300,000, right? There, that's what we call that value add. That if you go in there and you maybe invest 20 grand or $30,000, and I'm just throwing out numbers, you might you're putting yourself in a position where this property now is worth, you could sell it for 300,000. So same thing with multifamily. However, multifamily, the big thing with multifamily is that if you're going to improve the condition of the property, you're obviously increasing the rent. And then that number at the end of the day, that number increases the value of your property. So it's very different than single family residence, right? Single family, you're comparing, you're actually looking at comparables in the area to determine that price. So if it's worth 300, it's because there's other homes that are on the market that have currently sold, that have the similar square footage and bedroom count, that have sold for 300, and so you now can sell your property for 300. Multifamily is different because it really, at the end of the day, it's about the net operating income that is what gives the value to the property. So just to give you guys a little background on my property, I purchased it for $850,000. When I actually reached out to the agent happened to be the owner of the property. I was a buyer who happened to be an agent myself. And it just gave me, I had an opportunity right there where I thought, you know what? I can negotiate this directly with the seller. I don't need to hire an agent. I've represented clients on single family residence multiple times, many times for years. And I felt that I was in a position where I could negotiate for myself. And I understood. Now, I had been studying multifamily, and again, I had a mentor. So there were certain things. I mean, believe me, it was very scary, very, very scary going into, an area that you don't live in and purchasing 34 doors. It was scary for the first time. But I think what really made sense is just knowing that this property needed attention. It needed to be improved. It had been neglected by the owner. He was a slumlord. He wasn't taking care of this property. And you could just tell walking up to it, you knew. And if you're familiar, when a home looks manicured and it looks clean, you know that there's some pride of ownership there. And then if you look at a property and it looks, the grass is dead and there's kind of trash all over the place, something's up, right? And when I drove up to this property, I knew that, like, it was screaming for help, like, please, someone take care of us. And so anyway, to make a long story short, what we did was we negotiated with the seller, had offered the seller, if he asked him if he would carry a note for the remaining balance, and he agreed to it, which was great because it really made this process that much easier. I don't know how many of you have purchased, if anyone on this call has ever purchased multifamily, the loan process can be challenging. It's not impossible, but it can be challenging. And it's like an added step of stress that I was able to eliminate. And so we agreed, and this allowed, we did it for 2 years. So we did a 2-year note, and it just gave me enough time to go in there and start remodeling the property. And we remodeled, updated units, and immediately increased rents. And I'm going to show you in the next slide what we did, how we did it, and I'll kind of elaborate a little bit, but I know I'm giving you guys a lot of information right now. Up to this point, we were able to remodel by year 2. The property appraised at $1.6 million, so it almost had doubled. And I acquired a loan for $1 million, pretty much got all my money back and a little bit more. And really this property today is worth $2.8 million. All right. Any questions so far about what I've discussed? Are we all good?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I did. When we purchased the property, this is going to give you guys an idea of what we bought and where we're at presently. So when we went in and remodeled, the existing condition rents for the 1-bedroom, 1-bath was between $400 and $450 a month. And after I remodeled, so by, like the first year, as we were remodeling, and by year 2, when the property actually got appraised, we were at $600 to $650 a unit. And then currently we are between $800 and $850 a month per door on the 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Okay. Now, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. When we purchased it, they were at $600 and $650. After we remodeled, so that's by like year 1, immediately as we were remodeling, $800 to $850, and then present time we're at about $1,100 a month per door. So now to get to these numbers, what I did, just to give you guys an idea, is here's the cost of remodeling a 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit. So if you look at it, I have 1-bedroom, 1-bath. We have a kitchen remodel, which was about $2,700, and that includes everything. So that would mean like your kitchen cabinets, your countertops, whatever, anything having to do with the kitchen. Bathroom remodels was $1,800. Flooring was about $1,000. Paint, texture, moldings was about $1,000. LED light fixtures about $300, and then cleaning about $100. So $6,900 is what we spent on a 1-bedroom, 1-bath remodel. Okay, and then the 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, we spent $3,200 kitchen remodel, $2,500 bathroom remodel. Flooring was about $2,000. Paint, texture, molding, about $1,800. LED lights were $600, and then cleaning about $150. So you're looking at about $10,250 a door. I mean, per door of your 2-bedroom units. And if we go back, 1-bedrooms was about almost $7,000. Are these numbers in today's dollars? Yes, I'm giving you, so are you referring to the repairs?
Yeah, so I guess my question is, how were you able to accomplish such a small amount of renovations? Like, just for example, in every state, obviously, cost of labor and materials are going to be different. I just got a quote 2 days ago for my bathroom reno, and it was 21,000 just for the bathroom.
First of all, where at? What city or what state?
It's here in Santa Monica.
Oh, Santa Monica. Okay. And how big of a job was it?
The bathroom itself was it's a shower, putting in a shower, putting in new flooring and a vanity.
Okay. Yeah, no way. I mean, first of all, this is in Texas, and $21,000 wouldn't even make financial sense to do that.
Right.
Also, you got to keep in mind that if they're giving us an $1,800 quote, they're not doing one bathroom. They're banking on doing 34 doors. So,
Okay.
so it's very different, and a lot of times, they're doing multiple jobs. They'll take other jobs, so they don't only do bathrooms. They may also be, doing the kitchen. So if you add it all up, I mean, we'd give it. So I kind of broke this down for everyone to look at, but we would hire. I mean, and we went through so many at the beginning we'd hire like just cabinet people, right? And so we would get quotes on cabinets, and we were working in groups of maybe 4 or 5 units at a time. So it just depends on when we can get people to vacate. Like a lot of them were on month to month. When we took over, almost 90% of the tenants were on a month to month. So just immediately that we closed escrow, we gave 30-day notices, and as they were vacating, we would go in there and remodel. But these prices honestly come because they're doing not just one unit, but they're doing a lot of units, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So someone here asked, did you get a renovation loan to afford the repairs? No. So what happened, because the seller agreed to seller finance, I was able to keep additional money for the repairs. So I gave what did I give him? 300,000, I think is what I said. I don't remember exactly, but I think I gave him 300,000, and he financed the difference, and we had enough money raised for the actual remodels. And because we knew going in if we wanted to increase the value of these properties, we needed to remodel. And so we had raised enough money for that. So thank God, no loan. And we were able to do this on our own. And by year 2, as I had mentioned, I was able to refinance, pretty much get all our money back, and still have a cash flowing property. Let me show you guys some pictures. So this is the 24 units. It's a 1-bedroom, 1 bath. And then 10 units here, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. Here's what you could see. So this bathroom, and almost all bathrooms, well, let's say maybe 80% were like this. They were thrashed. I mean, we went in there and had to just remodel everything. We didn't want to have any problems. We figured, you know what, we're not there. So we wanted to just, do something nice where people would be happy, would want to, stay there and hopefully take care of it. And it worked. It really did. We didn't go crazy with super expensive stuff. I mean, we did, you got to go out there and obviously shop around and get some good pricing. At least this is for 34 doors. I mean, if you're buying 100 plus, we're talking totally different animal. 34 doors, it's still small enough where for us, because we knew what we were doing, we knew what to look for. My husband's a general contractor. There is that background. It made it a lot easier for us to actually go out there and purchase these things. New tile. This is what it looked like, and then there we go. There's like your this was the kitchen on the left. The stairway up to, this is the 2-bedroom, stairs to go upstairs, and then on the right is another angle of the kitchen. And that's what it looks like today. And so, you know, the hope is that people take care of their property, and some of them do better than others, and that's just the reality of it. You know, there are, when they walk in, I mean, there's security deposits that we do take, right? Just in case they don't take care of their property. And then we have our manager and our handyman that lives on, they live on the property. So we have, so this is a self-managed multifamily. It wasn't big enough for me to really hire an outside management company. It would just eat away at our profits. And I felt like, you know what, if we could hire someone that could live on the property, that would work for us. And we give her a concession. We give the manager a concession on the rent, and the handyman as well gets a concession on the rent. And you know what? They're pretty much our eyes and ears. And if something happens, even if it's sometimes even late at night, they'll call us, or, you know, at least they're there. This platform, or just this thing that we created, worked for us. And it's done well up until now. And honestly, I have to say that, again, I don't know, was it beginner's luck, or was it that I had just learned enough to self-manage it, and you know, at least you know what you can ask your manager, or you can ask your handyman what to do. We do bring outside vendors in when big stuff occur, because they do occur. And those are things that you don't want a handyman dealing with. For example, our chiller, you know, we had to put a brand new chiller in there. So you hire a company, professional company, you get quotes, you hire them to come out and actually do the work, so that you've got your warranty and on those big ticket items. Roofs, we put in brand new roofs, same thing, you know, you hire for the big stuff. You really have to be careful, and you want to hire reputable companies that will back up their work, so that you know you're protected, or you're secured on that. Let's see here. Here's a couple more of the bedrooms. I think this is one of the bedrooms. Yeah. So, any questions? I know I've kind of gone over a lot of stuff.
I have a question.
Sure.
In addition to well, for your property managers, do you also pay them a salary in addition to the discounted rent?
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay. And are your units furnished, or?
No, our units are not furnished.
Okay.
They are just, yeah, they're empty for anyone to just come in and bring their own things in. And but I have to tell you that it's been great to have someone there at all times. And I'm not saying she works 24/7, because she doesn't. You know, when she clocks out, she clocks out. But there have been emergencies, or there have been, like, stuff happens, because it's bound to happen. And we have people there, like our manager or the handyman. The handyman's always there. So even if the manager leaves to go out to do something and something happens, the handyman is there. They work together as a team, and they take care, or they resolve. They call us up, and you know what? We take action. We can make a decision. we, hire someone or whatever it is, it's taken care of. So it's definitely worked out, and I've saved a lot of money, right, than hiring a management company. Any other questions, or anyone want to contribute to this? Maybe you're currently, you've done this, you've gone through this, anything else that you can add to this? All right, so I'd like to, let me stop sharing here for a second. Who on this call currently owns multifamily? Because I think that's really important to know. You could raise your hand or let me know with microphone, just to kind of know what kind of audience work we have. Oh, hey, Chris, how are you? Nice to see you.
Great job. Great job.
So I know you own multifamily. Who else on this call is in multifamily? Okay, anyone currently looking to get involved in multifamily? Okay, so what brings you to a call that that is, pretty much like talking about going out and okay, good. I got a couple hands. Okay, cool. All right, so are you currently shopping around for properties? Are you looking to be part of a syndicating group? Are you looking to do this on your own? Share some stuff with me. Just like give me an idea where you guys are at. Those that raised your hands at least.
Hey guys,
Hello. Oh,
I'm sorry. I have owned multifamily in the past. I currently do like more vacation rentals. But I am looking to get back into the multi-family space, but more 5+ units. Everything I owned before was either duplex or a couple fourplexes. So, just wanted to drop in to the call and hear what you guys were talking about, and
Well,
continue
good.
my journey into, I guess, back into multifamily, but larger, larger scale.
Fantastic. And what area are you at, Benny?
I'm located in Los Angeles, but all of my investing is in St. Louis, Missouri, which is my hometown.
Oh, okay, cool. Very good.
And my vacation rental stuff, I'm looking to branch into like Gatlinburg, Tennessee, like the typical places, Palm Springs and the Poconos, Lake Arrowhead, same places everyone else has
Okay,
vacation. Yeah.
perfect. And are you in the multifamily space? Are you looking to go in on your own? Are you looking to syndicate? What is your plan?
I think at this point, I'm probably looking to syndicate later on, like 5 to 10 units. 5 to 10 doors I could probably do on my own. But realistically, I am more so leaning towards syndication after I get a few more multifamilies under my belt.
Mhm. Okay. Well, I will tell you something that I've learned in the last, 2015, like 5-6 years prior to investing in multifamily. I was pretty much on my own, other than with this one mentor. And, we would just search, and I didn't have access to a whole lot of, I didn't have access to CoStar or any of those. It was just LoopNet at that time. And it was really connecting with brokers and just being out in the area that I was going to invest and becoming familiar with that. But what I've learned just in these last 5-6 years is really important. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've created this call, is connecting with others that either are in the multifamily space, currently working in it, and even those that aren't, that are looking to get in, because like yourself, you're out there looking for an opportunity, right? I'm in a situation right now where my property is for sale, and I'm going to be closing escrow by the end of the year. And I have to do a 1031 exchange, and I have to find a property, and it's pretty stressful because we all know the market's been amazing and it's been great. So it's perfect seller's market, but I don't have the connections to find that replacement property. And I'm trying to find something that, there is that value add component to it, because that's where our capital can grow. And so I think what I've learned in these last few years, it's how important it is to talk to other multifamily investors, look at what they're doing, learn from them, right? I mean, not everything may apply to your situation, but you know what? There's stuff that you can pull from that one thing, maybe one thing that you can pull from what they're doing that you can implement in yours. And one of the things that I have become, and I'll tell you, it was for me, it was very like, no way, I'm not syndicating. I'm not going to invest my money with other people. I don't know them, right? I have no idea. And I've always kind of just done my own thing and been in control. But if you want to grow in this business and in the multifamily space, I have come to the realization that you do have to team up with people in the multifamily space. I am invested in El Paso, Texas, 300, I want to say it's about 300 doors that I put some money in with other investors, and it's people that I know, and I think that there are important steps that we have to take, and that's, understanding the deal, right? Number one is it really a good opportunity? And if it is a good opportunity, also getting to know who those operators are, right? And if not, get referrals. And I just think that it's great opportunity to expand, and a great opportunity to really grow your multifamily space connections and learn.
Yeah, agreed. I'm actually leaning a little more towards, I would say, development of multifamily. Like, I come across old office buildings and stuff like that all the time that could be repurposed into multifamily. And I think I'm more interested in that, actually. So figuring that part of it, like how to build a team of investors to go after those properties, I think that's probably where I'm going to net out at when it comes to multifamily.
Right.
Outside of just like my vacation rental stuff, I just like to have houses in those areas to like hang out and make a little money. So.
And I think, that's great. And I think there's definitely a lot of money to be made in that. The only thing is that you won't be able to cash flow for a while. Whereas multifamily that's already ready to go, you cash flow like in a month or 2 months, right? Depending. And then your cash flow can increase as you're improving or doing whatever repairs you are to it. So I've had your same thoughts. I think that developing is wonderful, but it's definitely not going to give you immediate cash flow. So yeah. Something to really consider. Oh my goodness, we have our youngest guest. Is he going to be a multifamily investor? Bill, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, his father's not into real estate. His father's into stocks and bonds. So he's heavily invested in the market and cryptocurrency.
Oh my gosh, what a precious baby. Look at that. Is Ileana there?
He is, but she's not. She is.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh my God, he's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh. He looks just like you.
Our baby's the best. I love babies. The smell on their skin.
Totally.
So
I was
cool.
watching the meeting. I was getting ready to jump in, and she walks in with the baby. I said, "Sorry, I gotta put you guys on hold. Spend some time with them."
Wow, super, super cute. Take care. Nice seeing you.
This is why I work. This is why I sell real estate right here. Just
yeah,
like
exactly. That's awesome. All right, so let's who else had raised their hand? I think yeah.
Hello, this is Shonda. How you doing?
Hi,
I don't
Shonda.
know if
Very
y'all can see
good.
me
Welcome
well.
to the call.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, and thank you for sharing all your tips and expertise in this. It was very informative. And I am just pretty much getting started with this process, looking to um, syndication is something that I think my husband and I were interested in doing. We have a couple of properties that we purchased, but they're still in the process of getting renovated. We're not sure if we're going to hold them or sell them, but they're single family homes. So I've been doing a lot of reading and researching about the multifamily process, and very interested in learning more about that and possibly getting a mentor or whatever opportunities are out there. We're ready to take advantage of it.
Cool. So Shonda, where are you located?
I'm in Louisiana.
Okay. And so you said you have single family residences out there, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay. And you're not sure if you're going to sell those or?
Right. They're under construction right now. So we're not sure if once we're completed with the renovations, if we're going to rent them out or sell them, or either do the burn method, so we're very, very new to all of this. So just trying to weigh out our options and see what would be more beneficial for us.
Right. And you said they're being built. This is new construction or are they being
I'm
renovated?
sorry, renovated. I didn't mean to say built.
Oh,
Renovated.
okay. Oh, okay. I
Mhm.
see. So, and how many properties do you have?
2.
Two. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm a Grant Cardone follower, and
Okay.
Grant Cardone always talks about just, if you really want to make it in this business, it's multifamily, and it's over, 100 doors. 2 doors, I think, and again, I don't know your market, but
Mhm.
and I don't know the appreciation that it's going to have once you guys are done, but I would probably, sell it, take my capital and invest it into multifamily. And I don't know if there's anybody else on this call that agrees with me or maybe does not agree with me, but chime in. Let's help Shonda
Yeah, Shonda, I gotta,
with that.
I don't think this is said enough. The bigger is easier. It's easier to finance. It's easier to
Yeah.
insure. It mitigates your risks.
Mhm.
Because if you think about it like this, let's say that the AC unit blows or you need a new roof on one of those one of those 2 single families that you're renting out. That'll be your profit for a year. You know what I mean? So how
Yeah.
many times can that keep happening, right? And then, so you want to be kind of like an octopus, spread out all your risks, mitigate as much as possible, stress test everything. So then when you go
Okay.
down that road, it goes against conventional wisdom, right? We're always taught to start small and then build from there. It's the opposite in multifamily. Start big.
Mhm.
And because then you want to, when mistakes happen in real estate, they have several zeros on the end. So, and it sinks a lot of people. So, and again, I wish I was telling you, I knew all this stuff, but I had kind mentors, like you were saying, and they really taught me how. So
Mhm.
you want to mitigate those risks because it's not an if, it's not a when, it's an if. Things are going to happen because you're dealing with residents, right? You're people that are going to be your
Right.
tenants, right? So you don't control that, and you deal with people, and people fall asleep, and the candle, and all these crazy things will happen, right? Well, how are you going to mitigate those risks so when that stuff happens, so it doesn't wipe you out? So again, that's why
Okay.
it goes against conventional wisdom, but let's think bigger, and then it'll be more of a success to you personally and financially, because you're going to spread out those risks along many doors as opposed to just 1 or 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All right.
I agree.
Good.
I agree 100%. And
Okay.
you think that, you would think, okay, I went from literally 0 to 34 doors. That was probably like the smallest I had. Well, it was what was available, and I was at the right place at the right time. And
Mhm.
and I have to tell you that just going through the whole process, yes, it was, I'm not gonna lie and say it was super easy, because it's not easy. Nothing is easy in life.
Right.
But it was much easier because we had, 5 units right next door to each other. And it's so much, I mean, it's just so much more cost efficient, because if someone's gonna come do the work, they're gonna do the work and quote you on all 5, not just one, one, like someone here said they got a quote for $21,000 for a bathroom. Well, that's
Mhm.
also Santa Monica, right? Santa Monica
Yeah.
is not a cheap area, but something like that, I mean, in Texas at an apartment, I mean, that just wouldn't even happen. Not a C-class property. But, like you're able to spread, like really the cost of things is just so much more efficient. It makes a lot more sense. And I think, if you're in a position where you've got properties and you think that you could turn those around and make a good investment on them,
Mhm.
I would definitely syndicate, and I'd invest in opportunities. And actually, Chris, who just spoke to you, he has an amazing
Mhm.
deal in I want to say, is it Austin?
It's Houston. So
Houston, sorry. In
Okay.
Houston. Awesome opportunity. And he could, last week he actually talked about the opportunity, and I can connect you. I mean, if you want to put your information on the chat, Chris can take down
Yes.
your name and number, and you guys can connect for sure. Chris.
yeah, and whatever you do, just go slow. Go slow because it's crazy. I mean, and there's a lot of sharks out there that'll take your money and that you'll never see.
Mm,
So I hate that. Like, pay me 40,000 and I'll show you how to do everything. Don't do any of that nonsense.
Yeah.
right.
That
Yeah,
that
I get
we-
a lot of that.
Yeah.
We'll show you for
We-
free.
Yeah.
I have definitely come across a lot of those. It's kind of like you're joining a club, and then you join the club, and then they give you information, and some people need it, and I'm not, okay, fine, it's worked for them. But I think that that's exactly what I'm doing here, and it's not costing you any money. I'm not
Mhm.
spending any money. I just want to connect with like-minded people that are, doing what I want to do. And I mean, Shonda, you might know someone down the road that could be a good fit for me, or God, I mean, we never know. And look, and it comes
Right.
and it just comes from talking, 30, 40 minutes. And I think that that's exactly the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I like to bring in guest speakers to share with us, other stuff. Like, I mean, because again, I don't know it all. And I think it's just great for all of us to get exposed to that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I stumbled across this Zoom, but I'm glad I came on. I saw it in my inbox and I just joined. So I didn't even know that you all had been meeting previously. So I'm
Yes.
definitely
So I
interested
think, did you
in
register?
connecting with you all.
Were you able
I
to
must
register?
have. I
Okay.
must have because it sent me a link that the Zoom was starting and I
Okay.
got a notification on my watch. And I'm telling you, this is not by mistake because my husband and I were just talking about this morning.
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
all
Well,
divine intervention.
wow, that is awesome. And that's, that's how things happen. So I'm going
It
to definitely take, oh, there's a link if you want to, on the chat, Jess
Okay.
just put a link. I would copy and paste that on your browser and then just register just in case so that you do get the reminders on the call. And then
Okay.
you'll also get a recorded copy of the call. So if you ever want to hear it or you want to send it to someone else, you
great.
can. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Same thing happened to me. Like, I don't know, it was like 2 years ago for Bill's. Like, I thought I was signing up for something else. And then Bill has a meetup on Mondays. And then I'm like, I thought I was in the wrong room. And then I met him and then a whole bunch of other people. And that's how Annabelle and I met. And then it's crazy how it all
Yeah.
it was like divine intervention or something, because now, Bill is way smarter than I am, but holy cow, every time I'm on his calls, he's like, he just has these unbelievable, like, speakers and everything like that. So I know my knowledge has just gained tremendously. And now same with Annabelle. She's even doing, just as good as Bill. So it's like crazy.
Well, Bill
Well, great.
is, he's awesome, and he is extremely knowledgeable, and I am happy to say he is my partner. And so it's awesome. I'm learning from him and implementing, a lot of the stuff that he's doing as well. And this is just something we have to do. And but let's talk. Anybody else on the call? Shonda, thank you so much, and I'm glad that you joined our call today.
Same here. Thank you guys as well.
Yeah, thanks. Anybody else? I think Yitzhak, you had raised your hand.
Hey,
Hi,
how's it going?
it's going well. Tell me, where are you at in this process?
I just closed on a single family home in Santa Monica, and I owned a single family home in Kansas City. I used to live in Kansas City for about 2 years, and I was just out of college when I had purchased it, and throughout my entire college experience, and even out of college, I always had roommates, and all of that. If you know anything about Kansas City, in a lot of the areas, the houses are huge, 3,500 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and so you pay. I was paying $300 a month in rent, split between all of these tenants, and the guy that was actually kind of running the house, if you will, he wasn't paying any rent at all. He had like this deal with this landlord, and he was the one that kind of managed the whole property and everything. And because of that strategy, I was like, that's awesome. I can totally do that too. And so I bought a 6-bed house, and I rented each of the individual units out, or the rooms in the home out. And there was a billion issues that I had, but in its prime, it was cash flowing about $1,500 a month on this home. So that was my experience. I ended up leaving and traveling. I ended up selling the home about 3 years ago. So I'm just kind of now getting back into it.
And are you a real estate agent, or are you just an investor?
Just an investor. My entire family has been in real estate for eons. I have a cousin, extremely successful, that owns 100 or 200 units or something in the Seattle area. His father owns property in Pikes Place Market in Seattle. I've got an aunt who's one of the highest producing realtors in Seattle, and then I have other family members in commercial real estate. Yeah, so my entire family's in real estate, basically.
Okay. Okay, good. So so are your plans to go out and do this on your own, or are you looking to syndicate, or what are your thoughts?
The idea is to either do it on my own or partner with some other investors.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Okay, got it. Fantastic. Well, I am definitely really I think I'm doing this call because I want to connect with as many people as possible that are in the investing world. I'm always looking for opportunities to invest in. So definitely, keep my information, join in, whatever you can. I'll have, there could be opportunities that I come across that I'll want to share with people on the call, or vice versa. I mean, I am definitely looking for an opportunity. I have to do a 1031 exchange, and as you all know, the market's been great for seller, but to actually find a really good deal right now is tough. I would say like at least 80 to 100 doors. Let me know. All right. Any other questions? Anybody else looking to invest or has invested? Be good. Okay. Thank you, Connie. Thanks for joining. All right. Okay, everyone.
Thank
Well,
you.
Oh, no. It was nice to see you, Connie. Thank you. It's been a while.
Yes, it has been a while. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, how have you been?
Yeah.
How's business out there?
Good, good. It's really good. You know, it's Nashville's getting pretty crazy. So I'm seeing prices go up. It's a little bit slowed down, but not really much. It's still like basically within 72 hours, a house is being sold, and
Wow.
it's like you get on the market, multiple offers, but just not as many. I think it's the time of year too, but I think it's going to pick up again come February, March. So yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Well, that's good. Well, hey, if you come across any opportunities, let me know.
I will definitely. I'm going to keep a lookout for you, for
All
anybody
right.
on this group too. If
That
anyone's
sounds good.
interested, I got my info in there.
Yeah, put it in there. If anyone wants to share their contact info, put it on the chat. If you're maybe you've got a lending connection, or I don't know, any kind of connection having to do with real estate, put it in there, and this people can keep your information. All right, well, very good. I'm super happy that everyone kind of can take home a couple nuggets, right? And hope this was worth the 40-50 minutes or hour. Chris, thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
And
Thank you.
yeah, Bill, thank you. And Williams, thank you. And Yitzhak and everyone. I don't know, Shonda, awesome. I'm glad you stumbled upon us. And continue to join in, and I will have a guest speaker next week talking about again, multifamily and what they're doing, and the renovations and just how they're moving their properties. So please join in, and my information is on the chat as well. And this is a call that I do every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So join in, and let's learn more about multifamily, and I will see you guys all next week. All right, very good. Before I go, I'll give you guys a little bit if you guys want to copy any of the info on the chat before I hang it all up. I think there's a couple numbers.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm trying
you're
to
welcome.
navigate through my phone and get to it. Thank you.
Let's see here, Shonda. I've got so you're at 337. 577. Gosh, I can't see my 577. Is that 5456?
Yes, that's correct. And I'm a agent, a realtor with Keller Williams Realty.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Moffett at kw.com. Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Benny, great. Thank you for putting your information on there. Where are you located, Benny? It's an 818.
I'm in Los Angeles in the Northwest Valley in a community called Lake, like near Encino, like Sherman.
Oh, okay,
Oaks.
yeah. Oh, how funny. I was born in Encino.
Okay, yeah, right there.
Oh, okay, it's the valley. All right, cool. Very good. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right, cool. Thanks.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Take care.
Have a